Hey guys, it's your boy Steven Texan. Look, man, today on the episode Talking Too Loud, we got Dante in the building. This is a 3-time nominated award-winning music video director. Been on like the Fear the Walking Dead. You've been in the business for 20 years. Man, you've gone to so many events, shows. You've climbed so high, man. Thanks for coming by today, Dante.
Yeah, man, a pleasure, man.
Nah,
I'm
yeah,
glad
definitely.
we finally made it in here.
Yeah, we finally made it in here.
I
You
know
know
I've been
what I'm
trying
saying?
to come in, but every time I come in, it was like, man, somebody call me for something. Somebody call me for something.
Yeah,
But
because you've been busy, man. You've been doing it for like 20 years, right?
yes, sir. 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah, 23 years exactly now. Yeah.
Yep, videographer, cinematographer, film director.
Correct.
It's like,
yeah.
what am I leaving off the resume?
Server.
Server.
Server,
Nah,
bartender.
for real. Server, bartender. Nah, for real. Man, I remember those days. God, I remember those days. I'm so glad I don't be serving no more. Like, it was cool, but I hated it. Like,
It had its days.
Yeah.
You know, some people were
Where'd you
really
serve at again?
nice, and some people were like, not too nice.
where'd you serve at?
I used to work at the Marriott and then at IHOP. And
Man, did you
can't
like
remember.
IHOP?
I hated that one.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
I was there a week and I was like, people are just like
I couldn't imagine working at
too
IHOP.
mean. Yeah, I'm like, I'm trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
You know, but whatever. That's past gone.
Yeah, yeah, I couldn't imagine working at IHOP. That's crazy work right there. So you are doing a music video right now, though, right?
Yes, actually, it's called the Swift Drag. They're a local band here in Austin. They've actually been nominated for multiple awards and have been in TV shows. Their music has been in TV shows on MTV and some other shows. Can't recall, to be honest. It's a new song. I really can't talk much about it because NDA. But we shot it. I think I sent you some little rehearsals we did, and later on today I'll show you a little clip of it of what we got, so you can see. But yeah, we just finished that one for now, and I got 2 more coming out with 2 different bands, and we're still getting together to see what happens.
Yeah. So take me through, like, okay. So I know we've known each other for a while, and the food industry and all that stuff. So what made you like, okay, this isn't really working out for me anymore. I'm gonna pursue camera work and being a videographer and go down this road.
So it started back in high school. I used to film my friends skateboarding. And I did that for a while, and I edited their videos and all that. Because, back in 2001, 2006, skateboarding was like, Tony Hawk games.
Like Tony Hawk
yeah,
era.
yeah. Everybody was skateboarding. I was skateboarding.
Yeah.
So I did that. I had finished school in 2004. High school, what I mean. And I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. For almost 3-4 years, I just kept skateboarding and editing and filming. And eventually, you know what? I like filming and I like editing. So I went to college for that, and I went to school. I went to UT, Texas State, and the Art Institute, and I got my degrees on all 3 of them, on film directing and film management. And then from there, I started doing it. While I was in school, I was going to working at the Marriott. I think that's where we met. And that's when I realized, this is not for me. This is not for me. And eventually, I kind of just finished college and just, you know what, I'm going to leave everything behind and follow my dream. And, been here now for, like I said, almost 20 years. And I've been loving every moment and learning every day, every year, learn something new, especially working in film sets. I learned the most, film set that I did in school. And don't get me wrong, I learned in school a lot. But being in a film set is way, way quicker and faster than what you do in school and college.
And so when did you first start getting on film sets?
My first show that I worked on was on The New Guy. I was an extra, and then I kind of saw what they were doing, how the film crew was moving. I enjoyed it. Then I did Friday Night Lights as an extra as well. And same thing, I enjoyed it. After that, I was like, you know what? I want to keep going and doing this, and that's what inspired me to push myself more. And my first TV show that I worked on was on The Sun, and with Pierre Brosner. I was a production assistant there, kind of grown. Then I started doing TV commercials, which I done like Cheetos, Lay's, Bud Light, so many of them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, after learning all the experience on a film set, a professional film set, I kind of learned that myself and took that to my own company and started doing that with small businesses, right? Obviously, because Frito-Lay's won't have the same as Dos Cuernos, our
Of
friend.
course, yeah.
And I worked
yeah.
I was my first commercial that I did is for Dos Cuernos Tequila, which you're familiar with them,
Yep.
with Peter. Hey, Peter.
Yep.
And,
Shout out to Pete.
so that was my first commercial. It was like, dude, let's do it, okay? And that was my first commercial that I made myself without a big company, a big budget. And from there, I kind of just pushed myself and meeting people here and there in the film industry. Worked with Maurice. He has Mo Productions, and they done nothing but films, like independent films. And his films, he's worked on 6 of them. Every of his films that I worked on as a camera operator has won multiple awards for Best Actor, Best Director, Best Cinematography, and that pushed me even more. I was, man, I'm working, people on set that I have a knowledge and I can learn from, and that helped me to push myself to do music videos because that's what I like. And the reason I like music videos is you can be more creative when it comes to the cinematography. As with a film, you got to stick to a certain look,
Okay.
And that's kind of how it went through.
That's tough right there. So what would you say the biggest difference is between a videographer and a cinematographer for people who don't really know?
So videographer, let me pass this. Sorry about that.
Hey, it's all good.
There we go. All right, so a videographer is a guy with a single camera that goes out there and shoots simple content or music video or whatever they're shooting with no lighting or maybe a simple light, right?
Yeah.
Cinematographer has what we call a gaffer, a grip, and they're the assistants to help you set up lights, like kind of what you have in the studio, or even more lighting. And they have you have different lenses when it comes to the camera as well. Like if I'm shooting a music video, most videographers have one lens that zooms in, like let's say a 14 to a 140, whatever. Mine are cinematographer lenses, which they're called prime lenses, which each lens is a different size. It's for a certain look, certain style. And with the lighting, it gives you more of a cinematic look than you will from a cinematographer. A videographer.
And I have a lot of conversations about lenses, right? So maybe you can help me out. So is it the prime lenses are like on a different level, or is it if you have good lighting and you know what you're doing, you can get a lens that's not as good as a prime and still get an equal result or even better?
Yeah, you can definitely get, if you have the perfect lighting, you can use the regular lens and you probably have more depth of field in it. You won't have as much depth of field on a regular lens as you would in a prime lens. People don't know much about video, will not catch it, but like a cinematographer will see that going through, like, okay, that looks way further than it is, or very closer than it should be, you know what I mean? But it makes a big difference having a lens, but you can make it work with just having one lens, It just depends on your budget. I started with one lens. I started my first 8-9 projects were with one lens because I didn't have the money.
Yeah.
And everybody starts somewhere, I have one camera, 2 lights, one lens. That's it.
What was your starter pack?
I had a Canon. I was so excited because I had just finished college. I went to Precision Cameras. I bought a Canon 7D. I still have it to this day because it was my first camera, with a lens kind of like the one you have on right now, but it was a Canon, and 2 lights and a mic. That's it.
And that was your starter?
That was my start, yeah. And it was just by myself doing it, little setups here and there. Yeah, so I made it work.
Yeah. No, yeah, we started off, I just jumped right into the A7. I got into it because of, you don't know who Rodney Penz is, do you?
I don't think so.
No? Yeah, he does like music videos here in Austin, but he's big time though. Like now he's in Houston. He be with like Jay Prince and Finesse 2 Times and all that stuff. And
that's awesome. Yeah.
And he was the one who was, hey, go buy this camera, go buy this lens. It's a 24-70.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah,
They're great.
I use that, but I have started, with Cam and everybody learning that there's different lenses for different.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like he goes and shoots like rugby events. He has like a 200.
Yeah, because you want to get that distance.
Yeah. I didn't really understand the lens game when I first got into it. I'd be out here with the 24-70.
And that's fine, dude. You'll learn eventually. At my first time I went to shoot a soccer game, it was with a 14 to 120, and I was like, yeah, I can't reach the guy on the other side. And eventually I moved to a 200 and 700, but it costs money, obviously.
Yeah.
And you got to work with what you got at that point, you know.
Do you think there's a big difference between like the Sonys and like the Canons or you know, is it just like, you know, cars and stuff? You know,
It's just preference.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, any camera, and I think there's been a video on YouTube where like you got an actual videographer and a cinematographer, and they get the cinematographer a simple camera. It's a 7A, and he shot something amazing, right? And you gave the other camera to the other guy, and these cameras they focus for you.
Right.
Prime lenses you don't. You have to use your
You
own
have to
focus.
manually focus the prime
Exactly.
lens.
And the guy was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm confused because he's not used to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can make anything look cinematic or amazing with the proper lighting. It doesn't matter what your lens you have or what kind of camera you have. You can make it work.
So you can make something look like, okay, for example, we all know that the FX3s are like cinematic cameras.
Correct.
Right. But a A7 is not as technical as cinematic camera. But if you have the good lighting and everything, you can get the same result.
Yeah, I think my first 2 videos are in an A7, and you can't tell the difference. But I did use prime lenses though.
Yeah.
And it makes a difference. But I mean, if you want to put me into a test one day, we'll make this into a little video. Give me a camera, give me some lights, and I can make you something, and you can see. I can show you the difference. You know, make it a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, so what's the big? So I mean, if everything we're saying is true, like, why I need to go buy a $50,000 camera if I can get the same result with a $50,000? I can get like a $10,000 or a $5,000 camera.
You don't. You don't have to.
Like, there's a lot of camera. Well, like, there's a lot of dudes in the city that shoot with like Reds, for example. You know
yeah,
what
I mean,
I'm
if you
saying?
have the money, sure. I mean, but you're not gonna shoot sports with a Red. I mean, it's gonna be hard to shoot a
So
sports.
Reds are just more for like music videos, pretty much.
I
and,
mean, anything that's cinema. I don't want to say just music videos, but anything that's cinema, TV shows, commercials, whatever. Like, I have a friend that bought an Ari. I don't know if you're familiar with an Ari Alexa. No? So an Ari Alexa, it's a big camera, and it's literally what you use on any TV show. And we use that on the sun and walking in and all that. And they're like this big, right? That's just the camera.
yeah,
You still got to add the lens.
You still got to add the lens and
shit all that.
everything.
So he went and bought it. Why? Because he had the money.
How much is the camera?
90,000.
$90,000.
Yeah, that's just the camera, and that's plus the lenses are more expensive still. So he bought 2 different lenses, and what he does now, he was smart though. He invested because now he's one of the only guys in Austin with an Ari camera. So let's say a director comes and says, "Hey, I want to shoot a commercial, but I want an Ari." Oh, I know this guy over here that can rent it for $2,000 instead of $4,000. So they're gonna go to him, pay him as a rental, and then pay him as a camera operator. So he's making money out of it.
Yeah. He's the only person in Austin that has that camera because it's so expensive?
Yes. And there's another guy that has an Ari, but it's a film camera, which is even more. And that dude's been in so many stuff. Just the same thing. He knows how to handle it. And when I mean film, it's like an actual film reel. He has to have like a little box where he puts his hands and takes out the footage and gives it to the editor and all that stuff. But I mean, that's next level. I mean, I don't need that.
Have you pretty much worked with every type of camera like throughout your career with all these different sets and everything?
Yes, I have. The only one I have not worked and I would love to work is an IMAX camera. And those are like.
And, I mean, okay, the IMAX camera. I mean, you wanted, like, what would you use it for?
I would like to shoot
Like
an
a
action
commercial?
scene. An action scene, explosion, something cool. I mean, have you seen Dunkirk or Batman: The Dark Knight?
Yes.
So that was shot in IMAX, and you can see the depth of field and the way. If you see an IMAX film theater, you can see how it covers the whole thing. It's not just cropped, and it looks like you're there.
Oh, like when you go to the movie theaters, for example, and sometimes it's got the black on the top and the bottom. Okay, and that's because of what?
That's just a regular camera, but the IMAX spans the whole thing, and you get more of
A depth of field?
Yes, and it looks like literally feels like you're there.
Yeah.
And I want to, even if I don't get to use it, at least be around it to learn how it works and all that. Just curious. He's filming a new movie. What's it called? So about the Trojans and all that. Man, I can't remember what it's called, but
It's about to come out though.
yeah, it's about to come out.
And it's about some like old school Trojans and stuff.
Yeah, what is the name of the movie? I can't remember, but it's Christopher Nolan again, the director, and he's using the new IMAX, which is even bigger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I was like, you see the
didn't get-
camera guy is like this, looks carrying a bazooka.
You did. You didn't get to use none of that stuff on like the Fear of the Walking Dead sets and all these big time sets.
No,
you've
they
been
don't use
on?
IMAX. Those are TV shows. They use the Aries. The ones like the one my friend bought.
So you've used them before though.
Not the IMAX, but the Aries I
Aries,
have. Yes,
the
I've
Aries.
used the Aries. I think I have a picture on my Instagram where like you can see where I build one. It was pretty cool.
You built one from scratch.
Yeah, what I build is like it's a box. You gotta put the lenses, the focus, the transmitter, all that. That's what I mean by building it.
Okay.
Because it's literally just a little box, kind of like the Reds. You know how the Reds is a box, and
Uh-huh.
now you get the same thing with an Ari. You just gotta build it up.
Man, that's crazy. You gotta build the camera up, and it's already this big.
Correct. And then for the tripod, or I mean, you
Yeah,
should-
what kind? What
the
kind
tripod is literally like it's this wide, and the legs are like spread out, just because this is such a heavy camera.
Man, that's crazy work. Okay, so what are your favorite type of movies? Like, since you've been in the game for so long, you've done on movies like. You like certain type of movies based off of the cinematicness. You like movies based off the storyline.
I like comedy movies just because they're funny. But my style of film is more like Christopher Nolan cinematic style, where he keeps CGI away and does everything practical. Because when you make everything practical in an IMAX camera, it looks
Now,
more
when you say
nicer.
practical, what do you mean by that?
So practical means there's no CGI. Everything is like if you see an explosion, it's an actual explosion. If you see smoke, there's smoke. If there's somebody
Okay.
heads come off, it's a dummy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I like to see practical stuff, and Christopher Nolan's one of them. Forrest Gump films are pretty good when it comes to practical and storytelling. But yeah, I think Christopher Nolan has one of the best cinematographers of his films, to be honest.
And he did the Dark Knight.
Correct.
Okay.
He's done a bunch of films. And then Zack Snyder, it's the opposite, which I like Zack Snyder's style of film, but his is all CGI. Like
Avatar.
No, that's James Cameron. But
But
yes,
the CGI.
that's all
but
CGI, correct?
Yeah,
Yes,
the CGI
correct.
though. Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, I like those are my two favorite directors, Christopher Nolan and Zack Snyder. And it's funny because they're both different styles.
Yeah.
Like I think Zack Snyder, you've probably seen Sucker Punch.
Okay.
He did that, and so like dark kind of look. 300, Zack Snyder.
Okay.
I think Batman v Superman, Zack Snyder, and it's all like CGI with green screen and all that. And Christopher Nolan is like the opposite, and I think that's why I like both of them because they're both unique in their own style.
That Dark Knight movie won like 1 million awards,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even remember how many awards that it won.
I'd say 7 or 8. Something
7
like that.
or 8.
Probably a little bit more. I got nominated for a bunch of them. I know that. Yeah.
How do you so speaking of awards and everything, you've had a lot of movies get nominated for awards. We actually just did
You were there. You for the first time.
I went to your award show and everything. How do you get yourself in that position to be able to, have your movie or your music videos get awards and go enrolled in those type of shows or events?
So I learned through a friend. Well, I won't say a friend, a college professor said, hey, your stuff is really good. You should submit it to film festivals. I wasn't sure what film festivals were at the time. So I looked it up, and I realized there's so many around the world. And I've submitted to 12 of them, been nominated on 7, and I recently have just won. I won 3 for Best Director. And actually, I just got nominated again for LA for the song, the one you want, Como las Movies.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to LA next month for that, for the red carpet and all that. So it's kind of it's fun. You got to look them up. It's a whole website where they show all the film festivals around the world, like literally around the world, not just here.
Yeah.
And they have for let's say you want to make a pilot for a TV show, they have film festivals for that. You want to make a music video, you want to make a short film, a long film, or whatever. It's all kinds of film festivals. Like the one I invited you to, it was Cine Las Americas, which that's like all Latin America, and not just like all America, I should say, not Latin America. And you got to see a bunch of different styles of film, and you saw the difference between that and what you're used to seeing. It's more of a cinematic style, and you can see those are big budget music videos. I don't know if there anything that you liked when you were there, or that popped your eye, like, man, that's pretty cool.
Man, if you would have asked me the same night I probably would have given you something. But man, that was like what, 3 weeks ago? Oh
Give or
man,
take.
I tell you one thing though, I didn't think it would be as long as it was though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was back, and then like they had the technical
Yeah,
difficulties
that was
going
on them, man. That was I never experienced that, but I mean,
Yeah, and
they
it just kind of like
apologized.
dragged it out, you know what
They
I mean?
did,
By the
yeah.
time the end got there, you're like, man, can this be over already? Like,
No, yeah, that was the first time I've been to multiple. It's the first time I've seen that happen, and you know it happens, you know. And for being Cine Las Americas is literally one of the biggest film festival, been around for 26 years, I think.
yeah,
And it's bigger, keeps getting bigger and bigger. And I mean, you got to meet a bunch of new actors, a bunch of directors, and a bunch of great films. I mean, all around, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I want to keep doing that because that's the way you throw your name out there. Like Steven Spielberg started a film in a film festival. Who else? Kevin Smith Film Festival. Little Miss Sunshine Film Festival, like all these big films. Yeah.
It's kind of like South by for artists, but film festivals for directors.
So big Southwest is literally, they have a film festival as well, and it's big, and you see all these actors come in and people, and I mean people don't know this, but like the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix, it was originally at a film festival before it went to
a big timer.
They're like, this is a good movie, let's put it out there.
Let's put it out there.
And that's the reason I want to keep pushing myself to do more film festivals around the world, just because like the more you put out there and you get recognized, the more people are going to hear about you and know who you are and what you can show. And a bunch of people started there. And like I said, I wish I would have learned that younger. I'm 40
days.
now, so, but I mean, it's better late than never, you know?
Yeah, it's better late than never. Well, Dante, I appreciate you coming by, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this was great, man. Definitely come by, you know, when you get back from the show out in Cali, the award show that you're going to go to. Yeah, let me know how that goes and everything. Let everybody know where they can find you out on social media, man.
Yeah, it's called DNT Video Productions, and you can find me there on Instagram and just Dante Ponzanelli on Facebook. But it's mostly not my work. But yeah, you can see a little bit of everything on Instagram on DNT Video Productions.
Sweet.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
you for coming.
Yeah, nice to
come
see
by.
you, dude.
Nah, for sure, definitely. No, it was great. No, I'm glad you came by though, for sure.
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
it's been a minute to see you. You can cut it.